I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
You were proposed to by Charlie in 2020. You started dating him in 2018, and 3 years before that, you were dating this guy, Tyler Massey. This is a year before you started dating Charlie, and well within the 5-year period, you claim to have never dated anyone.
I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive.
And why are you here drinking and dating on a reality show that actually was filmed the year you met Charlie? So you obviously were dating. Yeah, and 2 years later, you were dating this guy, Cabot Phillips. Wait, isn't Cabot Phillips your ex-boyfriend? Why is he now the speaker of Turning Point USA?
What? What? Erica Kirk. We did a video on her, and we haven't covered her since. And if you guys remember that video, this is right after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I think she might be one of the only voices that I've heard online advocate for peace. She didn't do what I saw a lot of other people do, and you have to imagine that she's probably the most impacted by all of this. And preach that. Yeah. Yo, this nigga's yapping. Let's move on.
And I was like,
Right. So, Preach, you were a little bit more skeptical than I was. Do you remember this? Mm-hmm. And then at the end, I think we also talked a little bit about how weird some of the ceremony, but I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I, at the time, like many of you guys, saw the fireworks, saw the WWE entrances. People were DMing me, hey, you don't believe that shit, right? I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because I think it's very much easy for me to be like, bitch is lying. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to be like, maybe she's just has a bigger heart, more capable. This is a widow conjuring the strength to preach unity in a sea of division. Now.
That being said,
she living her best life. And I'm being honest, like she looking like she finally left high school to go to college and she having a good time. I'm just be honest with you.
It's not very traditional. Put yourself in front of the lights and now you're directing your man. That's not very traditional. I guess chilling with Nicki Minaj is not traditional either.
Why you gotta be a white daddy? Hurt my daddy.
I don't care what nobody says.
Something's off, man.
If your mourning process looks like WrestleMania, can we just all admit that's weird? And it's not like we're like, oh, that's different. No, that's fucking weird. On a scale of 1 to weird. How Undertaker is this?
Paul Bear.
That was good. You literally took me back to my childhood. Do that shit again? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When Preach does imitations of wrestling, that shit crazy. I'm expecting Goldust to jump out of the crowd. I'm waiting. It looks crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Fireworks, sparks everywhere. She hugging up on Nicki Minaj, Clout chasing. She's smiling, giggling this whole time. And this is the first TPUSA event.
Boom, 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 baby. Super baby. Boom,
after
boom,
Charlie's
boom,
passing.
Boom. It was so off.
Whether or not you believe she's grieving, whether or not you believe it's authentic or it's really part of her process and she really had this deep, she's 1,000% using every ounce of his name for marketing purposes. If you use the dead that way, I don't think people have to give you all the grace in the world.
Nope.
It's like you want us to treat you like this grieving widow that's sacred, but you're doing WrestleMania. You got fucking girls who normally wear bikinis and thongs and talk about sucking lollipops, and they're over here like, oh, Charlie, my daddy. At some point, it's like, why am I going to treat something sacred when the wife don't even treat it sacred? And she using it to make money. Yo. Somebody wrote, the 6th stage of grief is profit. Hey, shout out to the live stream. Shout out to every time I see her, big old smile. I never even saw this lady's face before. I didn't even know a woman could smile this much. People say it's a grieving whip. And everyone says everyone grieves differently. Hey, if my wife grieves like this, she never loved me. You know what I'm saying? Go home, lady. Because like this whole grieving widow thing, like I understand people bury themselves in work or whatever it could be, but this looked too weird. And she always looks so goddamn happy everywhere. She's constantly jumping in front of the camera. And then you start to hear some of the sentences that come out of her mouth. And you see all like the business decisions. And if I'm being super good faith, they employ lots of people. Somebody got to do it. Maybe she feel, but she look like she having a ball. I have theories, guys. I have theories. No proof. They involve bees, Candace Owens, and an Egyptian plane. If you thought what I said was crazy, you have to understand Candace has been wilding.
There's imminent danger coming, okay? It is relating to a school. I think it's a communist underground, and I don't know why, but it has something to do with bees. Bees.
It's fascinating to watch. I don't even like Candace, and I'll be tuning into streams like, okay, I don't even know if this is even plausible, but I'm going to tune in every night and donate.
She got that drama these days?
I wouldn't even call it drama. Like, it's really fun to watch.
And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing, like the...
I don't like Trump. You know what I'm saying? I don't like him. All right, but I can say some good things about Trump.
He's charismatic.
I can say he orange. I like oranges. I could never say that motherfucker handsome. My theory is that Nicki Minaj is about to commit a crime and she want a pardon. That's what I think.
And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president.
Whoa. No, you got
amazing.
What?
You see the minute when she realizes what she just said.
And when I say that,
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard. Yes, we did. I love you. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing. And you know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. And this is what's so beautiful about...
Pause. Okay. Guys, I want y'all to level with me right now. I think what was even weirder than what Nicki Minaj said was her reaction. I'm sorry if my husband, my wife was newly assassinated. I'm sure that everyone under the sun dropping conspiracies, because that's what she's alleging, about how he died, who killed him, and everything affecting my family. There's no way I'm just taking that in stride and be like, I just have to laugh about it. Especially that fresh.
Especially that the message that you had before was not to laugh about that.
No.
All your camp was talking about, we shouldn't laugh. Now, there's something weird about that.
We have to stop for a second. The reason why is because if you just move past it too fast, let's just take a second. Think of anyone you love that you lost. Think of that first year.
Yeah.
Now imagine the whole world dropping because according to her, it's a conspiracy. Every conspiracy is untrue, saying all kinds of foul things, and you're laughing because that's how you want to. It's affecting your kids, it's affecting your family, it's affecting your job, it's affecting your employees. Every business is fucking up your reputation, and you laugh. Either she's the most thick-skinned, strong woman, or I just don't think she really liked that nigga. I think this is one of them marriages that's convenient. And once he dies, she's like, shit, not only do I get rid of this loser, I get his assets, and I get to be in the limelight, I get to be a celebrity. I might be vice president if J.D. Vance let me hump on him because he needs to get rid of that Indian wife if he want to get them white voters, you know what I'm saying? Think about it.
But
I think a lot of people who get married like this, who have like incredibly religious values in a high position, a lot of these marriages and relationships, they don't happen the way we have relationships. They don't meet on an online dating app and start. A lot of these are through connections. This is the right person, prearranged, because for a lot of these people, they just want the status. Political assassinations are very effective. I mean, that organization crumbled. And you realize that organizations don't mean anything. The people are the brand. If they die, the brand dies. You can have 100 employees. If the face of the franchise is gone, nobody give a fuck. I watched one of the live streams after Charlie died. It had like 100 people. And I was like, turn it off. It's embarrassing. You are dishonoring his family.
The whole speech was weird. But the fact that out of everybody, they got Nicki Minaj is weirdo to me because, can you play the whole clip?
Influences, songs,
Which
and role
influences?
models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about like glorifying wet female is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But who do you get your art from? It's what values are they putting forward?
He said that, again, it's all there. It's all out there. There's nothing hidden about that. And then you're going to invite her later on like, yeah, what's up, girlfriend? And knowing how Nicki is, I remember there was an award show, the girl that does Anna Montana.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey.
And now, the people that are talking shit about you, they invite you and you're there like, oh yeah, he's an assassin. Oh, get me out of there, get me out of there, get me out of there. So all this shit is all weird, and if anybody has any conspiracy, they're like, oh yeah, that's a conspiracy. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to hear it. Hit me with your best shot. Yeah, so what do you think?
I think that I agree with Charlie that she's not a great role model, but not everyone has to be. At the end of the day, you have a spectrum of people. You find people who are good role models, and she's just not one of them. That being said, coconuts are Barbados. I don't think it's that weird to have her at the event if she's turned a new leaf. Christianity is about forgiveness. It's about changing your ways. You know, people who used to be prostitutes are brought into the church and brought up on stage to talk about their experiences and how they've turned a new leaf. And I don't think it's wrong for her to necessarily be there per se. I just don't believe that they've like actually done any of the labor involved with turning a new leaf. A lot of it's all just PR. You know, we're talking about political image, and Charlie Kirk's wife has definitely tried to maintain that, but people have been digging into her past. Now, of course, take everything this woman says with a grain of salt. She has blue hair. We know what that means.
What about the guys you dated before Charlie?
I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
You were proposed to by Charlie in 2020. You started dating him in 2018, and 3 years before that, you were dating this guy, Tyler Massey. I mean, you guys would do couples photo shoots. This is still online. And this is only 3 years before you started dating Charlie.
He's in heaven.
Yeah, and 2 years later, you were dating this guy, Cabot Phillips, and here he is posting you guys on his public page saying, yes, we're that couple who gets painting lessons together. Again, this is a year before you started dating Charlie, and well within the 5-year period you claim to have never dated anyone, but you were out here dissing your roommate for dating.
I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive.
And why are you here drinking and dating on a reality show that actually was filmed the year you met Charlie? So you obviously were dating. So I'm not understanding your timeline. I mean, you're talking to a guy here who's asking you out on a date and you're taking his number? And here
You know what I'm cringing for? Charlie, because he's not here right now, and I'm embodying his spirit.
White Zaddy, my white Zaddy.
You know, I want to channel my Andrew Schultz. Let's humanize her a little bit. Now, this is a woman who most likely had to be someone she wasn't as far as being a Christian, someone who would be appealing to Charlie's image. I could understand that she put up a front And she has to now to maintain his image and his legacy. But she was doing her thing before she met Charlie, you know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for her because she got married to this man, she got all the benefits, all the money, all that shit, and now she gotta live a double life. She gotta pretend to be this girl, but I promise you know why she probably so happy and got so much energy? Is now she getting dick down the way she really want to.
Are you saying she's popping that pussy?
In those white boy frat houses. Have you seen her dating history, bro? I'm just saying, bro. She knows them twerk songs. Yeah. If you play a little Boosie for her, she's like,
Shit's weird, bro.
I'll say there's a lot of people in marriages right now who, if their partner died and they were financially well off, would not be sad. So I don't even think her situation is that weird. It's just happening on a public stage. But this is true for so many people. So many people are in unhappy marriages right now.
You're really not going to the route that she was planted. You're really just going on a route that they didn't love each other.
I think the conspiracy is more sexy. But the real more human, because, Schultz, the real more human experience, people just marry folks they don't really love. And when they're gone, they get to live the life they really wanted to, but divorcing was not an option. And look, I'm not saying I'm right. We all just pontificating. It could have been the bees. Let me ask you, think about the people you've known in your life that divorced, how miserable they were. Now think about those exact same people and how much they were worried about how it would look if they got divorced, how it would affect their family, how it would affect their reputation. Now think of those exact same people and imagine them in a scenario where their partner passed. Would they feel sad? Probably to some degree. But would they feel relief?
A bit. Yeah.
It's great. But I'm just really excited to spend some one-on-one time with Erica. I
just want to understand how you so confidently lied to our faces when this footage was on national television, and the footage is out there. The pictures of your boyfriends that you dated are still public online, and you know that, but you still lie like this.
Stop.
Wait, isn't Cabot Phillips your ex-boyfriend? Why is he now the speaker of Turning Point USA?
What? What? She got her ex.
So her ex is one thing I like about white people is the expression "yikes."
Wait, let's humanize her for a second. I think when times are tough, you lean on your circle. You lean on those who see you through hard times, those who are hard, and you have them help you where they can. And I'm sure her ex is quite hard knowing that Charlie's gone so he can slip right in. So I think I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I feel like she just spat in everybody's faith who really wanted to believe in her. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I was the biggest Charlie fan. Now, I didn't wish death on him. Don't get me wrong. I think political violence is always bad.
Yeah.
Easy to say, easy to believe, because I think that's true. But I don't think I was going to cover it much. But I really thought her speech was powerful. That moment when I watched it, I remember looking at myself and thinking, there's probably some things I can improve. And now I feel like I got conned. Because all this talk about doing the difficult thing, it wasn't hard. And I'm just like, damn, shit was just PR.
Do you think that it was a heartfelt? It was not a heartfelt moment. It was a heartfelt moment. It's just that eventually they realized what they had. Or it's really just like, nah, it's always been like that.
That's why I love Preach, man. Preach centers me. Because when I first started, I was all on like, forgiveness, kumbaya shit. And Preach was like, I don't know, but pretty cool. And now I'm like, the bitch is lying. And Preach is like, I don't know. Preach is consistent. And I got to say, this is one of them times where Preach was right. This is your energy the whole video. So you know what, Preach? Today I'm going to give it to you. You was definitely on the right side, but now you're on the wrong side. And I might change my mind in a couple months.